Alright guys, welcome back to the show. It is too cold and snowy to be outside, so Jake and I are in the garage today making window boxes, and I'm going to take you through step by step how to make a window box for a post frame home. Alright guys, so when making your window boxes, obviously you got to know the rough opening for your windows. So Jake and I are doing all of the 36 by 60 windows. In this case, the house we're doing has 7. So we're making all those together in one batch. So we do all the cutting, and now we're going to put them together. This is for a post frame style home. This is how you make your window boxes. When we actually install them in the house, I'll show you how you tie them into the framing to carry the load over the posts. A couple things we do with our windows: if it's a 36 by 60 opening, you have to cut your top boards 3 inches longer so you can get your full 36-inch inside diameter. Another thing we do is we put a 3-degree slant on the bottom of our sideboards so that bottom sill slants towards the outside of the house. That way, if you ever have a window failure, the water will hit your flashing, go out over your Tyvek and down the wall. So now we got all of our pieces cut. We're gonna go ahead and assemble them, and we will be screwing all these together. And once we get these done, on one of the next windows, I'll take you through step by step on how to make them. Alright guys, so we'll take you through an entire window. We have one window with a rough opening of 30 by 42. So that's 30 wide by 42 tall. So we're going to cut, so if these are 42, and then we put the boards over the top, those need to be 3 inches longer, so we're going to cut them 33. So we need 2 at 33 and 2 at 42, and then we'll put our 3-degree slant on the bottom of this one. So we'll cut these at 43. I'll use my little circular saw, hand them to Jake, and he'll put the 3-degree bevel on them. Alright, so we got our top and our bottom, which are 3 inches wider than the rough opening so that they can overlay the boards going up and down. So now I'll cut a couple that are 43. Jake will get the saw set up at 3 degrees tilt. 43. And then we'll video the second one. You go ahead and cut that one. You need it. That one needs a 3-degree. So mark it at 42.
Oh, 42, okay.
Yep. I'm just cutting them an inch long so we can get that angle. Small square, yep. we're doing the sides now. The rough opening is 42 inches. So we mark 42, and then our 3 degrees will go that way. That way our rough opening doesn't get smaller. We have to have 42, so if we angle the 3 degrees down, we're gonna have plenty of room for our window. So we like to strike a line that when we cut our angle, when we're putting these together, all we have to do is look for this line and see which way the angle goes, so we know which way is out. So now whenever we look at this, we know that this side of the window has to face the outside. So now we got these cut, we're going to put it together. Good? All right, now we have it together. I always like to check my rough opening. So we're 30 by 42. And then when we install these, we will square them up to make sure that they're perfectly square. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We will take you through how to install the boxes onto the actual frame of the house. We get to that point, we're gonna finish up making, we have a few more to make, and then we'll be done. All right, we are ready to start laying out our window boxes. So what we have to do is pull 9-inch on center marks all the way down the side of the building so that the sides of our windows do not line up on a rib. That's very important. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna hook the tape here and mark our 9-inch on center all the way down so we can put our window boxes in the appropriate place. Alright guys, we have all these window boxes installed, blocked in, so I want to just take time to just explain how the weight is transferred to the posts, and then we'll talk about the door openings as well. So this is the box we made It's got the 3-degree slant on it, just so if the window ever fails, we'll talk about this multiple times, the water can run out and over the side. We'll show you that when we install it. And then the window gets installed, gets screwed into these girts. You put the blocking in. The blocking is merely so you have something to attach your trim and your side metal to. And then you cut the girts out. So you can see this window in particular has 1, 2, 3, 4 girts that transfer the weight over to the poles, which take it down to the foundation. You can also run, if you're worried about this not working, this works very well. You can run a 2x4, screw it into your window box, and take it all the way to the floor if you'd like. It's not necessary, but that's how that works. The girts just take the weight over to the poles and down the poles. As far as the door openings go, this is a sliding door, and the jamb thickness of the sliding door is only like 3.5 inches, so I cut this entire threshold out, and then we'll put insulation in and the concrete will get poured all the way out. I like doing that because then the door sits on the concrete and you don't have a concrete line inside the house. Same thing here. The jamb thickness on this particular door and the front door is almost 7 inches, so I only cut it back a couple inches just so there wasn't a seam where this foundation wall met with the finished concrete. The finished concrete is going to be their floor, so you don't want to line there. Had I been thinking about this early enough, it's one thing I missed. When I poured this foundation, I could have notched this out, but I didn't. It's one thing that I overlooked, but I just rented a saw, cut it out. One thing I do on my doors jambs, since they go all the way to the bottom, is I'll block in a treated piece on the bottom of the jambs, just so anything that's contacted concrete is treated. And then this will get blocked in as well, so we have places to put our trim. And then the only other door we have here is the front door, which it's going to have a side light on one side. It's the same thing as the others, and we had to cut this out a little bit. And you'll see we're actually preparing for concrete right now. We got a bunch of rain last night, but concrete will get poured over this and come and meet right here. The threshold of the door will come back to here, so there won't be any visible seams. right, guys, so that's gonna be a wrap on the window boxes and installing them, the doors. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. Leave your comments, questions on the video. We'll try to do our best to answer them. If you guys don't know, we have a Patreon that is a new build group where each month we're talking about different topics on building, self-building your own post frame home. So check that out if you haven't. We'll leave a link right here in the screen. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.